bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in, and the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Kicks it to Collison. And the layup is good. Collison's got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And, you know, going back to Randle's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Collison. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Collison's got 6.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And Randle throws it down.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Pick by Randle. Russell kicks to Bryant. He used that pick to get in close.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
From deep, McLemore. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Kings lead by 5. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed. Embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half, but that's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Looking at the game AC has been having, he's got 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a long process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. We've got Nick Young. Russell is out there with Bryant. Then it's Randle. And it's Sanders in at the 5. Gay against Young. Gay dishes to AC. Rondo wide open. And it's off from 3-point range.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Kufas kicks to Bellinelli. Here's AC. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
Sanders with the ball. Rufus is there. That's good. Sanders has got 4 this quarter.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for them. They got the hand in the face there. It made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Last season, Kobe with some thoughts on the development of U.S. players last season. Felt that the AAU system, Clark, was problematic.
And I would not disagree specifically in this regard. Too much focus on playing games and winning versus skill development.
Here's Wirtz. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Williams kicks to Sanders. Sacramento grabs the miss.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
It's Gay with the drive. The shot, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Feeds to Kelly. Here's Wirtz. He's covered by Rondo. Takes it from 10. And the foul called on Larry Sanders. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Kings leading now by 4. Outside Curry. And there's the pass to Collison. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons and has been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm break on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
Lakers trail by 4. Williams passes to Bass.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Nance, no good. Kings leading now by 4. Outside Collison. To the inside. Pass to McLemore. Out left to the wing. Here's Caspi. Got a piece of it. And here they come. Williams kicks to Nance. To the left wing. Here's Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Collison. And he uses the glass on the way. Allison's got 4 points in the quarter. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's McLemore. Misses. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Minnesota. They've got Caspi. Collison is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Kufas in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Russell, no good. Sacramento leading by 6. Outside Rondo. Kicks it out to Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Collison, good. And now a 10-point Kings lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Rondo dishes to Casper. Here's Kufas, and good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. And the Kings lead by 12.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. AC misses. Lakers trail by 12. Young with no one around. Cans it from downtown.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Down low, here's Gay. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Nick Young.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Good on both. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Lakers call time here.
And over the course of last season and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And the Lakers with some changes. Larry Nance is checked in for Sanders. Williams comes in for Young, and it's Clarkson in for Kobe. Rondo against Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Kings leading now by 9. Outside Rondo. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bellinelli with the 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And he knocks down the first one.
Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
The Kings with the timeout.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. He's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He preached patient offense and encouraged his guys to use the shot clock. He wants his guys to be deliberate. Guys, we'll see how coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Russell kicks to Clarkson. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Randall takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Rondo on top. He's guarded by Russell. And that one's good. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Clarkson. Offline with his three.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got the lead up to 12 now for the Kings.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Kings.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And it's Russell missing. Here's Curry to the wing on the left. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Kings ball. Substitution on the court.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Clarkson. And again, it's the Lakers.
Jordan Clarkson.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 10. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's Bryant for three, and that one's good. Bryant's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Lakers. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Seth Curry.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And it's Russell missing. So the Kings win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan player of the game.
He gave them a big spark with his offense in the paint. He worked non-stop to establish position near the bucket, and that was a good look for them. The D had all sorts of problems trying to deal with him tonight.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best, yeah, we taking over. Listen, spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where warm in the winter, on up to Minnesota.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. Looking at the Lakers, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. The Mavs, guys, are still a threat to go deep into the playoffs as long as they have Dirk on their team. But with him aging and no clear superstar to take the reins from him, Kenny, how much longer will Dallas be a legit threat?
Ooh, Ernie, this might be it, man. A year at most, you know, of having a chance to reach the finals, the way the team is constructed, you know. So, you know, last year in the second half of the season, they struggled. You know, they went 15, I think, and 15 out of 7 after the All-Star break, 15
and 17, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a different team as the season goes on. So they need to find some youth somewhere.
I'm not saying this year or next year, but soon they're going to have to do a major rebuild because, you know, they spent so long adding vets to the team. You're trading them for youthful guys, but really not working right now. So, again, they're going to have to do a major rebuild sometime here.
And now time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan, who has the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. With that road trip behind them, the Lakers ready to perform in front of their Los Angeles fans. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. Last year, they were humiliated in their matchup, losing every game in 4 tries.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And, Greg, the first time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better, and that could make it easier down the road.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Deron Williams out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. And the rejection by Sanders. Ahead by himself. And the jam by Nick Young.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Williams with the drive. Nobody near Parsons. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
The Lakers with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Here's Bryant. Again, the Lakers.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Outside Williams. And stolen by Russell. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Oh. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. The kick out to Matthews. But they get it back. Here's Nowitzki. Rebound by Kobe.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Young with no one around. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Pachulia. Pass to Nowitzki. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight. And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And he gets it to go.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Lakers passing it around. Dishes to Clarkson. Nance passes to Williams. Clarkson kicks to Kelly. Goes up on the high post. The kick out to Williams. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Nice shot by Felton.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's Kelly. Off target from outside. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They grabbed their own miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Williams dishes to Clarkson. Kelly kicks to Nance. Knocks down the 3 ball. Nance has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Mavericks trail by 9. Now here's Barea. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Parsons attacking. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Bryant. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers on top. They lead by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done. One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuning in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Williams is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sanders in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Barea kicks to Matthews. Now the dish to McGee. And he jams it with authority.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Williams kicks to Sanders. Ryan passes to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, the head athletic trainer for the Lakers provided some information. He relayed to me that it seems like he bruised his tailbone on that play. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
You know, pro trainers have so much available to them at their disposal. If it's nothing serious, he'll be back.
McGee with it. Williams picks him up. Matthews into the lane. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Dallas. Williams comes in for J.J. Barea. Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Here is Russell following the score by Dallas. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kelly kicks to Russell. Young dishes to Russell. Pass to Kelly. Out to the right wing. Here's Bass. And that one comes up a bit short.
And guys, one thing that stands out to me about Russell is how good he is at certain NBA plays. Very strong in the pick and roll already. Knows how to attack with contact. Great vision, and he can also shoot the basketball.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue, because that potentially may swing the game.
Now, here is Young. He has 7.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. And you can say this just about every prospect, but I think with Russell, he'll need some time to adjust. He has the raw skill to play multiple spots on the floor, but each position has a nuance to it that he'll need some time to learn.
Los Angeles calls timeout. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
To the paint, here's Williams, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And so here is Dallas following the bucket by the Lakers. That is good.
And, you know, you think about Dirk's impact. Certainly the NBA saw more and more European players come over after Dirk. He wasn't the first Euro, but he certainly has been perhaps the most popular.
Now, here is Russell. 5 points in the game. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's Williams with the drive. Pachulia, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Russell passes to Young. Out left to the wing, to the inside. Here's Sanders, and he makes good on the layup. Sanders has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I've got Kobe Bryant. And Kobe, tell us what's working for you guys defensively right now.
Well, keeping them out of transition, really. I mean, that's really been the big key this half.
Kobe, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We've got a pretty even game underway at Staples Center. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half or this game will get away from them.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Been a good one for Nick Young. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Maverick shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Williams following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist by Williams. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Now here's Parsons following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Back to Parsons. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the break. Here's Russell. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
And the Lakers with some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Sanders. And it's Williams in for Nick Young. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Darren Williams. To the middle. And Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Russell dishes to Bryant. Low block shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Kicks to Nowitzki. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
McGee is screen on Russell. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Feeds it to Russell. Randall passes to Bryant. Offensive rebound. Bass dishes to Randall. Here's Russell. From outside, off the mark. The Mavericks trailing. Parsons, right side. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Chandler Parsons really set off a Texas rivalry last year, drafted by the Rockets in the second round. He received an offer sheet in free agency for the team's rival, the Dallas Mavericks. Eventually chose Dallas, injured in the playoffs, hurt a knee, only played the one game. But I think they've got great things ahead for him with the Mavs.
Yeah, Parsons was a restricted free agent, so that meant the Rockets could match if they wanted to, but they declined to match Dallas's offer, which sent Parsons packing just up the road in Texas.
Here's Wirtz. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Williams. Cans the shot from the wing. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter.
You know, back to the topic of Parsons' free agency, the offer from the Mavs was 3 years, $46 million. Houston didn't want to go that high, so they reluctantly let Parsons leave. Ultimately, Houston filled Parsons' small forward role with the signing of Trevor Ariza. Not bad.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Ryan Kelly. Passes it to Powell. Out to the wing. They set the screen. Dallas, no good that time either.
And talking about the Texas showdown over Parsons last year, even his teammates got involved. After Parsons left, James Harden reacted saying that Dwight Howard and Harden were the cornerstones of the Rockets. But that's probably nothing compared to the rivalry that the two teams' ownerships felt.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Williams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Chandler Parsons. Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him. A lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Pachulia comes in for JaVale McGee, and it's Williams in for J.J. Barea. There's a screen by Williams. Parsons up top, shot off the screen. The rebound by Nance.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. That's why he's best suited as a sixth man, in my opinion.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Nance, no good. Mavericks trail by 3.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Julia, good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Lakers lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Young is out there with Randall. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Russell. And it's Sanders in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Kobe with the brilliant assist that time.
Here's Felton. Nowitzki with the screen on Bryant. Now Felton. Shot clock at 6. Pachulia with it. Now defended by Sanders. Lakers leading by 3. Russell with it. Lakers working the ball around now. Sanders inside. Defended by Nowitzki. Sanders' shot is good.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Now here's Williams. Shoots from 14, and there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And how about last year? Dirk Nowitzki jumping to 7th all-time in scoring. I mean, passing the great Moses Malone for that spot, and he surely will keep climbing this season.
And the Lakers call time here. Well, with Nowitzki passing Malone and the scoring, as Greg was just talking about, Clark, you know, this is a guy that obviously has Hall of Fame written all over.
No question about it. First ballot in my mind. And he's got a game that stands the test of time because it's not predicated on athleticism. It's all skill-based.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Now here's Nance. And here's Kobe from the arc. They get the rebound.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Barea kicks to Williams. To the paint. Outside for Barea. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Barea's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Bass.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Wirtz. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's the feed to Sacre. Here's the screen. Kobe, the pass to Sacre. Here's Wirtz. Pachulia covering. And again, it's the Lakers.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Dallas calls timeout. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Russell after Wesley Matthews scored. Back to Young. Russell kicks to Young. Here's Sanders. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 2. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Barea dishes to Nowitzki. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. 12 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Russell passes to Randall. Wants to get it to Sanders and does. No luck, and it's Dallas the other way.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The basket counts, and one will go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Barea. He's guarded by Russell. Knocks it loose.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive. Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Here's Clarkson. Parsons with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Ryan is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Dallas also making the switch. Williams is checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Russell with a wide-open look. Matthews with the rebound. Here are the Mavericks now. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stop. Good. Just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake. And then see what happens after that.
So it's an